everyone, thanks so much for stopping by today. We are going to be making chicken fried rice from our Magnolia cookbook, volume number 3. This is one of our staples. It's one of our favorite meals in this house. I make it all the time for our friends and our family, and I'm very excited to share this with you all because it's very simple and it's very tasty. So we obviously have our main ingredients here with some chicken and some onion and some peas and carrots. We're going to put all this together and you can watch me do it all. So stay tuned, because first we're making the rice. All right, so now it's time to make our rice. So I have a cup of rice here. I'm gonna add some water in this. And I'm just gonna stir it around, agitate it, because we want this to be as clean as possible. And I got my sifter here, so I'm just gonna dump this out. I'm gonna do it again. All right. Do some more agitating, sift it through here. So it may take a few rounds. Yeah, just about clear. So I think we're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna let this drain. And now I'm gonna have 2 cups of water ready to boil, and then I'm gonna add my rice. So once this comes to a boil, I'm gonna add the rice and let it cook for about 12 minutes. All right, so in the meantime, and while that's waiting to get boiled, the water, I am going to get our carrots ready. So I have about 3 carrots. I need about 3/4 of a cup. So I'm gonna go and shave these and cut these down and dice them up. As soon as I start peeling, if you notice from the carrot cake, my dogs are right here because they hear this little shredder and they want the fix-its from it. I give a couple to the pups, since they're looking at me. And then, see? Papa. Papa. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna dice these up. So, like I said, it needs about 3/4 of a cup. So, I'm saying 3 carrots. Actually, I should have cut these a little differently. Whoop! Oh, lost a carrot. Oh, and Barrett stole it. Let's see. Can't use it. No big deal. Move it on. Okay. It's extra slippery. Let me just dry my hands. There we go. Okay, so we have our carrots, which is just about 3/4 of a cup. Looks like I didn't need that 3rd carrot anyway, so that'll get added to the dog's food later. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more than 3/4 of a cup, but you know what, that's okay. Who doesn't love carrots in their chicken fried rice? Okay, so the water is boiling. Time to add the rice. And we're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna let it go down to a simmer for 12 minutes. So a couple seconds, this will be boiling in no time. It's almost ready. Okay, it's boiling. I'm gonna bring this down to low, cover it, and set the alarm for 12 minutes. Okay, so I have our carrots cut. I'm gonna cut up the onion. So we need, well, we need 1/4 of a cup, so I have a little bit more than that, but no big deal, because I'll just half this. And I will use the rest of these cut onions another time. Okay. All right, so now that we have our carrots and our onion, let's see what else we need to do. We have our garlic already minced, our ginger, and our peas ready to go. I think the only last thing to do here is to chop up the chicken, which I want to make sure I cut small. The first time I made this recipe, I made the chicken a little too big, so I want to make it a little finer. All right, so we have 2 chicken breasts, and I'm gonna cut this up pretty finely so it's nice, small, bite-sized pieces. I kind of want it to be the same size as the carrots right here. So the chicken is all cut. I'm just gonna do a quick rinse of the chicken. I added more water than it had in there. It's all right. All right, so our chicken's done. I'm gonna quickly wash my hands, and our rice is gonna be done in 2 minutes. So I wanna get that prepared because we are gonna leave it out on a baking pan for about 20 minutes. That way it's very chill, but in the meantime, we're gonna put all of our ingredients together and then add the rice last. Okay, our rice is done. So I'm gonna turn it off the heat. I'm gonna push it aside and let this cool for about 10 minutes before I move and transfer it to our baking sheet. All right, so now it's time to get our carrots and chicken all ready before we add in the rice. So first I'm going to heat the stove up, and I'm going to add in some vegetable oil and a tablespoon of sesame oil. And once this gets heated up, let me add Here we go. Once this is heated up, I'm gonna add in our chicken, our salt and pepper, and our soy sauce. So while that's heating up, I'm going to take our rice that's been chilled for a couple minutes now, about 5-10 minutes, and I'm going to put this onto our baking sheet to cool. Okay. So while this is heating up, I'm just making sure I have all my ingredients. We're gonna use, like I said, soy sauce, and our chicken's already cut up, and a teaspoon of each of pepper and salt. So, get this heated. It's almost ready to go. Okay, so this is warm. I'm gonna add in our chicken, our soy sauce, a teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. And before we add any other ingredients, we're first going to make sure that the chicken is just about browned. So still cooking. A couple more minutes and we'll be able to remove the chicken and put this in the bowl using that slotted spoon. That way we can work on our carrots and our rice and our ginger and peas. Okay, I am going to go ahead and transfer out the chicken and put it into this bowl. Put this on low. Then we're going to add in a little bit more of the sesame oil, and then we're going to add in our peas and carrots and onions and let that become tender. So that takes usually about five minutes. So now we're going to add in the rest of our sesame oil. We're going to add in our cut up carrots and our cut up onion. And our frozen peas. Stir this around for a bit. another minute, and then we'll go ahead and transfer this out, and then we'll get started on our eggs, which I totally forgot about the eggs. Who does that? Of course there's eggs in this. So we're gonna crack some eggs in here and cook them up, and then we'll combine everything. All right, so before we take this off the stove, I'm gonna add in some garlic, which is about 5 cloves. Let this become fragrant, which takes about 30-45 seconds. I already smell it, so I'll switch this around for a little bit and add this to our bowl of chicken. It smells so good. Okay. Look how pretty. Okay. All right, so now I want to make sure I do the next step right, since I completely forgot about the eggs. And it's crack the eggs and cook, okay, until scrambled. Easy peasy. Cook a little longer. All right, so now that they're scrambled, I'm gonna take back our rice and our chicken and our carrots and our peas and onions and combine this together again. Now is when we add in our hoisin sauce, which is about 1/4 cup. Make sure it's fully mixed. And I'm going to add in our grated ginger, which is about a teaspoon. Let this marinate for a couple minutes, and then we'll add in the rice. Time to add in our cooled rice. All right, this is fully mixed. We are ready to eat. Yummy. All right, so it's time to try our chicken fried rice. It smells delicious. It's so good. Please check this out on the Magnolia Table, volume number 3 cookbook. It's so easy to make and it's a great weekday meal. Thanks so much for coming today to watch me make this. Please like and subscribe and I'll check you next time. Time for dinner time. It is, nope, dinner time too many times. Too many times.
Sometimes I'll do the edit and I'm like,
There's faults? No, I'm kidding.